We will try again. I'm sat here chatting away there, doing a Kelly because I haven't made it public. My video was private, so I was chatting away to myself. It's not a good idea, is it? So here I am, and nobody's here yet, but we'll see who turns up in the next few minutes. What I was saying before was I can't get the lighting right in this room. I don't know what it is. I move the lights about, I move them here, there, and everywhere, and I can't get them right. Yeah, so there's 9 people in, but nobody spoke. Oh, hello, Chris. I was talking to myself for the first 5 minutes because I hadn't made it public. I'm such a dummy. Hi, Marsha. Hi, Cynthia. Hi, Tammy. I did a Kelly, wondering why nobody was speaking to me. Hi, Connie. The reason nobody was speaking to me was because I was private. Couldn't have realised, otherwise I could have done a whole hour wondering where everybody was. Right. Hi, Chrissy. Hi, Pauline. Hi, Sandra. Hi, everybody. And I wish I could get this lighting right. I look like I'm in the gathering gloom. Wherever I put the light, it's wrong. If I put it there, I get shadows. If I put it there, you can't see me. Never mind. I'll get it right one day. Hi, Carol. Happy Saturday to you, Marsha, as well. Well, I am knitting baby cardigans, but I've got to the stage of a pattern where I need to concentrate. I picked a pattern where I have to watch every row. Not a good idea when I'm talking to you, is it? So I did a couple of those. Hey, Granny D. Hey, Marsha. Hey, Joanna. I did a couple of those, fingerless mitt things. And my friend that came on here, she said, oh, I'd like a couple of pairs of them. And then I was mentioning to another friend, and she said, oh, can I have a pair of those? And a pair for my friend. So I was very naughty today. I actually went on Wool Warehouse and ordered some double knit. I will put a picture. Hi, Lisa. I'll put a picture on Facebook showing my garden, and you will know now why the shed is not forthcoming at the moment. The garden was extremely wet at the back. It was having drainage problems, and we thought we're not going to put sheds on that. So we've had landscapers in all week with a great big massive digger. And of course it's rained hard, and we've got clay in the back garden. So we've now got a huge sea of mud. It'll be all right on the night, I'm assured of that, but at the moment there is no chance of me having a shed. Oh, thank you, Robert. It's not Robert, is it? It's Robert's wife. And I always forget your name. Oh, look. Just what you want on a Saturday, isn't it? Yarn bath. Yarn bath. Yeah, I'm in the new place, Granny D. We're not sorted out, as you can see. The cupboards are not put together. Decorating's not done. We are waiting for so many people to come. We're waiting for an electrician. So we can't do any decorating until the electrician's been, because he's going to be digging holes in walls and things, yeah? We also can't do anything in here until the log burning man has been, because at the moment we've got a gas fire that is totally inefficient. Yes, we've got central heating, but we just fancied a nice fire that you could just put on in the evening sometime when you just felt a bit chilly. The man came to measure up for the wardrobes. And yes, he's measured up for the wardrobes. How long will it be? 9 weeks. So it looks like I'll be 9 more weeks living out of a box. Yeah. Yeah, at least I'm warm, apart from when I went for a scooter ride down the promenade. I went to Fleetwood on my scooter. Nice ride out. I have actually got a GoPro camera, but we couldn't work out how to put it on the scooter. On my hat, it just kept falling forward. On my coat bucket, it kept falling forward. So we've got a GoPro camera that, if it sits on the handlebars, it will film everybody's kneecaps as I'm going along the road. And I'm sure you don't want to see a video of kneecaps. So we will sort that out, but for the moment. Anyway, I went for a ride up the promenade up to Fleetwood. And it didn't seem that cold when I set off. Oh boy, was I cold when I got in. My toes and my knees. Oh, honestly, I couldn't feel them. And my hands were so cold. Anyway, I've treated myself to some fleecy socks. And a pair of sheepskin mittens. Yeah. How's my friend Anne? I think you mean Sue. Yeah. Sue was the one who did all the shawls. Yeah, she's fine. I talked to her for about an hour and a half yesterday. She's fine up in Scotland. But of course, with all these COVID restrictions, there's no chance of anybody visiting anybody at the moment. We're all in our own little small corner. Me in my small corner, and they in theirs. Yeah. We can't have family coming. We can't have anybody because it's all locked down. And it's just a chaotic situation, really. Yeah. So it's the same with the tradespeople. We're supposed to have somebody coming about the log burning fire, but this will be the third person we've asked to call. So maybe it will be the third time lucky. The other two people have not been bothered to call. But not only have they not bothered to call, which I can understand in this COVID situation, but they don't even bother to tell you they're not coming here, which is annoying, yeah. Right, who else have I missed? Shira, Alicia, Jane, Teresa. I said hello to Marsha, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I love seeing Sue. I chat to her all the time, of course, but it's not the same, is it, seeing people face to face? I mean, I'm missing my niece. I haven't seen her since I moved because she's not allowed to come because of this COVID. Oh, thank you, Lashira. Thank you. So it's all been a bit. Oh dear. I know it's bad. Yeah. If you do get sort of have to have a family funeral, nobody can go. Hopefully I stay fine. Otherwise I'm having a funeral on my own, won't I? Nobody will be able to come. I always said I didn't want a huge funeral, but I would like somebody to be there, you know. Yeah. Oh, I can show you my new gloves, can't I? I'll show you my new sheepskins. Oh, excuse me for a moment. Oh, e-oh. Oh, you have to excuse me, I'm an old lady today. I'm not moving too well today. Look at those, aren't they beautiful? Cost me an arm and a leg, but hopefully they'll do the trick. I'm hoping they'll bend a bit more. Where have I moved to? I moved to Fleetwood, and it's right on the coast, and it gets all the wind and the weather. Allegedly, it's nice in the summer. But of course, we have to move here in the winter. Yeah, they're nice, aren't they? The leather and sheepskin. Sorry there's any vegans there, but I didn't harm the sheep. I'm still doing my little baby cardigans. I'm starting knitting another one. And I finished off another one. I've tacked it together with pink yarn because I don't have any buttons here. So I'm just gathering a few up together to, get ready to send. I can't show you my fleecy socks because they're in the bedroom. So I'm hoping that I won't be this cold. My toes, it took me all day, all the rest of the afternoon to warm up. It was really, really cold. Oh, your ankle's gone out on you, Chris. You've been roller skating again. Oh my, these take me forever to make, Chris. I'm only doing them to pass my time at the minute. Knitting takes me ages because I have to keep stopping because it hurts my shoulders, to be quite honest. And but I seem to be stuck making these fingerless mittens at the minute because everybody that I've seen them say, "Oh, will you make me a couple of pair? Oh, will you make me some?" So I've actually had to put an order in for some wool because I only had a few odd balls of double knitting that I'm rapidly using up, and so I didn't, and the yarn that my friend sent me, it's all baby yarn, so I wouldn't be using that. Also, I sent for some chunky because I don't know whether you watch Zelda NRJ3. She had been making a hat. It wasn't her pattern, but I did put the link on my Urban Gypsy page to the YouTube video of this lady who'd made it. And Z said it was really easy to do. So I've ordered some chunky to do with that. Oh, I don't wear socks and mittens in the bungalow, I must admit, but I've got very fleecy slippers. Yeah. Oh, yesterday I was so dizzy. I got up in the morning and I was like, oh, God, it was like I'd had too many the night before. And as you know, I very, very seldom have any drink at all. Anyway, fortunately, I got up this morning and it was fine. But I did find my neck pillow last night and put it behind my neck. I've got like a horseshoe thing put behind my neck. Oh, this was bought, it's rolled up pieces of sari. I bought it from one of those where you're supporting people in India, I think, or whatever, that they get them to make things like this, for a little wage or something. So, am I going to do an unboxing? I might do when I actually get to the shed. But I'm afraid, the shed is... What's happened here? Oh, you silly, silly so-and-so. You're going the wrong way. No, if you could... Well, I took a picture of the back garden and we didn't know it was as wet. We honestly did not know it was as wet as that. It was sodden. It's a good job we didn't even think about putting a shed on that because it would have been rotten in a couple of years. The wet would have just rotted the wood completely. To be honest with you, Sue rarely ever... Oh, thank you, Teresa. Sue very, very seldom uses a pattern at all. She's very much... She looks at something on Pinterest and she just can follow it. I can't do that. She'll see a shawl or something on Pinterest and she works out in her head how it was made. And she just does it. I mean, I can do plain things, like a cardigan and stuff without a pattern, but I can't do these fancy shawls. Ooh, well, that's a good start, isn't it? I've been on the. Well, if Shad said he can hear a clock, I'm going to dot him one because there's no ticking clock. I'm going to get one. I'm going to bring a clock in here. I have a timer that ticks really, really loudly. So when I think about it, I'm going to bring it from the kitchen and put it right in front of the mic. Yes, I miss Sue. I am hoping that when these COVID restrictions lift, I'm hoping to see her this summer. Yeah. You put yours up. Yeah, I will get a shed. The shed's coming. It's just a matter of we have to sort the wet out first. I will put a picture. I've taken 2 pictures of the front garden, which is like a paddling pool. Everybody's going around past going, what? Looking at it. It was a nice lawn last week, and now I've got a great big yellow digger in the back garden that's dug everything up. They're having to put drains in because it's so wet. It's the soil here is blue clay, so you can imagine. You could pick up the clay and you could literally go like that and wring it out. It's that wet. Yeah. So nothing would have ever grown on it anyway because it's so damn wet. Yeah. Oh, hi, jamming with Jan. Hello there. How are you? Everybody say hello to Shirley. How am I settling in? Ask me again in about 2 months' time, John, when we can finally get some workmen to come in and do the jobs. At the moment, it's just all on hold. Hence the fact that my lounge looks like nobody owns it because there's no wallpaper of it. And I haven't got a 3. I've got my son-in-law, my son and my daughter-in-law's 3-piece suite at the moment there. I've got my old recliner. I've got the Billy or the Kallax units there that aren't put together. Apart from that, we're fine. I'm sure. They assure us it'll be lovely by April. Yeah. So I'm just holding on to that thought. So you'll have to just put up with me living in a box. I'm living in a box. I'm living in a cardboard box. I've only got 4 cardigans, would you believe? I think my cardigans must have been boxed up with the cardigans that I had to sell on Etsy. So I think that they've all got put in storage because I can't find them here. So I've got 4 cardigans at the moment. You know me, I've got about 50 cardigans, so I'm having to manage with about 4. I've got 5 dresses here. I've got some tops and trousers, so I'm not too bad. I've actually bought 2 dresses since I've been here. Because I was so cold, I bought 2 big sweater dresses that are so thick and cozy. Am I near family? Yes, they're upstairs. That's how near to them I am, Carol. They've got the upstairs apartment, but that needs a lot of work doing. The electrician is supposed to be coming next week, but that's just to give us an estimate. When he's actually coming to do the work, we don't know. But as soon as he comes and does the work, I can get my would-be bedroom decorated. We can get the lounge decorated once the window man's come, and he's coming in 2 weeks' time. We're going to be so good when we're done. It's going to be so lovely, but you'll have to bear with me. There'll be no pictures, no house tours, because it's going to be a while before it's done. But when I first moved in, I was really impatient. I wanted everything done like yesterday. But as the time's gone on, I've sort of got used to living like this. I mean, once the central heating was put in, that was the first thing we did. I mean, wow, when we moved in here, it was so cold. It was absolutely freezing. We could not get warm. We had a gas fire that didn't throw any heat out. And we had a central heating system that didn't work. But we've now got a central heating system that works. We still don't have a gas fire, but that's by the by. But at least we're warm and cosy. Well, I am, although my son's upstairs windows blowing a gale through because it was very, very windy last night. Oh, boy, was it windy last night. That's the trouble with being near the coast. You know, we're getting such a lot of wind. But I believe it'll be warm wind when it's summer. I'm sure we'll get used to it. We wanted to be by the sea, so here we are, right by the sea. The dog's miserable at the moment because he can't go in the back garden because it's just a sea of mud. So we daren't let her out because she'd come back tramping a load of mud in. I've got a feeling that they will, Sandra. I've got a feeling that, we'll open the door one day and workmen will come tramping in. We've got the upstairs bathroom man coming next week, I think. We're still waiting for the up and over garage door man to come. He should be coming sometime soon. Everybody else will just slot into space, won't they? That's all. Yeah. Luckily, we've got a downstairs bathroom, so we'll all have to share for the week while he puts the bathroom in. But it'll be lovely when it's done. She says, hopefully. It will. I've got every confidence. It will be lovely when it's done. So I've just been keeping myself scarce. Luckily, I found out that the downstairs bathroom had a blind, so I put the blind down while I had a shower because they weren't remember walking past. I know it's got frosted glass, but I don't trust it. Not with people in your face right up to the window. I mean, they weren't peeking in or anything, but they were just walking past really close to the window. So I put the blind down. I couldn't relax. I couldn't sit. I couldn't be in the shower until I knew I was more private. Not that I've got anything to show. I'm sure nobody would want to look at my naked body, but that's by the by, isn't it? It's the principle of the thing. I do not like flaunting myself. Maybe when I was about 25 or 30, I would have been having a shower, What are you looking at? Do you like what you see? But now I'm like, no. Stop looking. Oh, it's going to be lovely when it's done. I've got to keep thinking that, Teresa. I've got to keep looking at the bigger picture, thinking it's going to be gorgeous when it's done. Yeah. Well, we've got none of the guys in so far except for Chris. We've got no Miguel. Oh, I've got some blusher. We've got no Miguel. We've got no Shad. We've got no Nathan. Oh, yes. Speak of the devil and he will appear. I'll just say we got no Nathan and you just went, hello there. No Isaac. No Mr. Marsh. No Trevor. Although we never expect Trevor, do we? He comes when he feels like it. And, what was that? What happened? Something happened to my picture. Oh, there we are. I'm glad the guys are here, yeah. Oh, I wasn't a goer. I like to think I was. I wasn't a goer in that sense of the word, yeah. I mean, I was married at 22 22. Was I at 22 or 21? Something like that, anyway. So I never really got a chance to be a naughty girl. Oh, right. Well, I hope he feels well, because he's got a shoulder operation on Monday. So he better pull his socks up, hasn't he? Hello, Steve. Got another guy. Hello. Oh, I'm not a goer anymore. Would be wishful thinking, Carol. Wishful thinking. I've never done anything that would make headlines, let's just say, even when I was younger. You can Google me all you want, but you won't find anything saucy or juicy or anything. Oh, pretty boring, really. Pretty boring. I've had fun, but in the innocent sense of the word. You know, good innocent fun I've had when I've been younger. Me and my friends, we used to really enjoy ourselves, but it wasn't like like today. It wasn't any sex, drugs, rock and roll. There's none of that when I was younger. It was all church youth clubs and, a cherry bee now and again or a baby shower. I've never really been a drinker. Well, I had a period when my marriage was breaking up, when I did drink far too much, but I've never been one for going out every night and having drinks and that. Yeah, I regret it sometimes, Teresa. It would have been nice to have had a past, wouldn't it? Something that people could look back on and say, ooh, she was the right one when she was younger. But sadly, nobody can look back at mine and say that about me. As I say, I've had fun when I was younger, but it was all innocent fun. I really enjoyed myself in my teenage years. Me and my friends, there was a whole group of us, and we all went everywhere together. And we went to the cinema together, we went out to the park. It was all... They don't do that anymore now, do they? They've got to be doing something, whereas we were like doing nothing. We just spent a lot of time doing nothing. And yet, when I think back, I had a wonderful teenage. The 60s now were wonderful to me. I mean, people say, would you like to go back? Yes, I would like to go back to the 60s as they were and to me and how I was. But would I want to go back to being a teenager now? No. I wouldn't fit in now because I wouldn't know what to do. I wouldn't fit in with all this getting drunk, getting off your face on vodka and stuff and going out. No, that wouldn't be for me. So I wouldn't want to go be young now. Not at all. Well, my husband wasn't my first love, but he was my first lover, which is different, isn't it? Yeah. I was engaged before. I had a boyfriend before. I had quite a few boyfriends. Well, not being big-headed, but I did have quite a few boyfriends when I was young. But I didn't have lovers when I was young. The era was different. In the 60s, you were petrified of being pregnant or whatever. So none of our fun included that, really. Yeah. Oh my God. All these injecting stuff in their lips. Taking a picture of their dinner every 5 minutes. Oh God, no. Who's interested? I don't want to see selfies every 2 seconds. Even my friends do it on Facebook, and I'm like, why? Every time I turn on, there's a new picture of their face. And I'm going, are you that vain? Are you that big-headed? You have to keep putting pictures of yourself up all the time. You put a picture of yourself when you've got something to take a picture of. If you're modelling a new sweater or if you've got a new grandchild or whatever, but not every 5 minutes. What's the point of that? It's just vanity, isn't it? Vanity and big-headedness. I don't want to see them. I wouldn't mind, but it's not just the teenagers, is it? There's people, well, not quite my age, but you know what I mean, getting on a bit past the prime, taking selfies and putting ears on and glasses and noses and whiskers. I'm like, what's up with you? What's wrong with you? God didn't give you whiskers, so what you putting whiskers on your pictures for? Times are changing, not for the better either, I don't think. I wouldn't want to be a teenager now. Would not want to be. I feel sorry for them. They've got so many limitations. They can't go out like I used to go out. Go off in the morning on your push bike and stay out all day. I should. Oh, will you stop it about that bloody clock, Shad? You're doing me head in. I was going to bring my timer and put it right next to the mic for you. Just so that you're the only one that goes on and on and on about a ticking clock. It's not a bomb, Shad. It's over there and it barely ticks. Will you tell Shad? I am not buying a digital clock just for you. If I buy a new clock, it will be a new clock, yeah? And it will be because I like the look of it. Yeah? And if you don't behave, I'm going to bring my timer in from the kitchen and stick it right in front of the mic. And that one goes tick-tock, 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 dead loud. And then it goes when it gets there. Oh, thank goodness for that. Thank goodness for that. I don't know about quite the cook. He's got ears like a greyhound. All right, you tell him, Jane. Until he mentions clocks, nobody hears the damn clock until you say, oh dear. My hearing's going a bit as well. Not going so I need to wear hearing aids, but you know when does anybody else get it? You're watching the TV and some of the actors, they go, and you think, oh, I need to turn the sound up. So you turn the sound up. And then the next actor shouting. It's just some of them mumble. Is it me that's got this deafness with low tones or what? Some programs are dreadful. Because you can't turn your sound up because half of the actors talk normally and the other half of the actors mumble. And I'm thinking, surely when they're editing these programs, they must hear the differences between the uptones and the downtones. And they've got all this fancy equipment these days where they can up and down things, yeah? Oh, I know, I hate music in movies or TV things. Especially when they're leading up to you finding a dead body or something and they go dead loud and you're thinking, oh, just get on with it. I don't want to hear music. Am I the only one that thinks it's... Oh. I liked the old-fashioned films where you could hear what they were talking about. They may have had phony accents and phony diction that You know, oh my darling, how are you? Well, you could hear them. You have to. Yeah, I know, but not all the. I've got yarn bar for you. Not everything on the TV has. Oh, lucky you, Shad. Hearing it fart, dog fart. How lucky you are. I'm glad you're not my neighbour. Oh, what's happening with my ball of wool? It was working perfectly until a few minutes ago when this bloop came out of it. It gave birth to a look. It's got that many ends on it now. I don't know whether I'm coming or going. I've got a mouse. Did I tell you I've got a mouse? There's only me sees it. It comes out at night when I'm all quiet. It's a teeny little thing. It's about that big. I keep looking for it. It comes out from behind the telly somewhere. We've got a hole in the floor, but there's no point messing it because the electrician's going to come and take the floorboards up, isn't he? So, guy who was here before us was a bit of a DIY motcher. So he threaded things behind things so you wouldn't see wires. So he threaded all the wiring for the telly and stuff like behind, and I think he went under the floorboards and up. Anyway, this mouse has decided it likes to come in the lounge. As I say, it's only the tiniest thing. Arian says, it's my pet mouse. It's not my pet mouse. I don't want it. And I keep saying to him, block the hole up. And he says, I will do when everybody's finished doing their work. There's no point me blocking it up now. So in the meantime, if you see me keep going, it's because I'm on the mouse alert. Luckily, it doesn't really come out when I'm here. When the light's on and the TV's not on now. Usually it doesn't come out when the TV's on. It stays hidden. It's only when it's quiet it decides, and dark it decides it wants to come out. It's such a little thing, honestly. I don't know why I'm making such a fuss. It's only that, about an inch and a half. I don't do centimetres. It's the tiniest little mouse I've ever seen. Do I still have the little dog? No, I don't have the little dog. The little dog wasn't mine. I've got Poppy. I'm not even going looking for the whole Sandra. That's my son's job. No, the little dog was not mine. I used to do doggy daycare with him. I really miss him. Really miss my little chihuahua. But of course, I know that's what I mean. I hope it doesn't have babies, Joan. I hope it is the same mouse and not one of a pair. I hope they're not having babies under my floorboards. But I have to keep positive and think it's one mouse. When it comes out, you'll hear me go, mouse. But it never comes out when my son's here. There's only me. I think he thinks I'm going away. Seeing mice that aren't there. The first time I saw it, I couldn't make my mind up whether it was a mouse or not. Poppy is shedding, so she sheds great clumps of hair. And we had a lot of wind breeze coming down the chimney when it was windy because there's something wrong with the flue, which will all get sorted when we get a new fire. And I thought it was breeze, like blowing a piece of poppy hair across the floor. I didn't realise it was actually a mouse until I moved my feet and it went scurrying off. And I thought, oh, it's not a piece of poppy hair. Oh no, I'm not putting a mouse trap down. I'll just block the holes up, Jane, when it's time. As long as I don't see more than one. If I see more than one, that'll freak me. I keep this door shut at night because I'm opposite here, my bedroom. Well, I'm in the dining room at the moment, so my bedroom is kind of facing this room. So I keep my bedroom door shut all the time because I do not want a mouse in there. That would really freak me out if I had to go to sleep knowing there was a mouse there. So, I'm having to rewind this thing. So infuriating, isn't it? Yeah, I promised my family that I wouldn't be ordering any more wool, but hey ho, I have. Oh God, no, I don't want any that. Bad enough when I had a spider in my bedroom. Oh. Hi, baby. I'm doing well. Doing well. Well, I will be when I get this yarn bath sorted out. It'll go underneath the doors. It won't go underneath this one. There's no gap. You have to really to shut the door. So it won't get under this door. I'm hoping it's been disturbed, by the diggers and that. Digging up the ground outside. I hope they've frightened it into next door or something. I spoke to Kelly the other day. She's had her heating fixed. You'd all be glad to know. She's no longer freezing to death. It was ridiculous, really, the housing association not repairing it when she's got young children. And it was it was really, really cold. We had snow, ice, frost, whatever, and she'd no heating. It's ridiculous when you've got little ones. You can't give them a bath or anything. Stupid. Every time she kept ringing up, they kept saying they couldn't send anybody because of COVID. What a load of rubbish. You've got no heating, you've got no heating. Oh, the housing association. Some of them are good, but she's got a rotten one, absolutely. They don't do any repairs. She's still not got the repairs done properly when she had the flood. When the toilet cistern overflowed and went everywhere. She's still not really had that repaired yet. I'd go potty if it was me. I'd be on the doorstep every day, screaming. Keep me wool away from the mouse. Oof, yeah, don't want no mice in my wool. And my friend said to me the other day, I lives up with relatives because we can't meet because of the COVID. And she goes, have you got any nice chunky you can let me have? You can sell me. I'm like, yeah, probably, but I'm not going to lock up and trying to go through a load of bags just to find some chunky. My son would go potty. If I knew which box it was in, he might take me, But yeah, the Kelly and the boys are doing fine. She's done a few videos. If you're not, you should be watching them, She has 2 channels, by the way. She's got the Crafting by Kelly X, is it? And then she's got one with just Kelly Robinson. And that's like her private one, which she's been doing more videos on. Talking about what the kids are doing in school and everything. Hi, Juanita. Hi, Juanita. So she's been doing, you need to subscribe to both of her videos if you want to keep up with her. Do you know, I've got to finish this knitting counter. She is quite quiet, yeah, actually. Oh, thank you, Michelle. It's rolled up pieces of sari made by some people in like a third world country. Allegedly, when I bought it, I was supporting them. Allegedly. You like to hope, don't you, that money does get to whoever is supposed to be supporting. You know, you've always got, it's awful when you feel doubtful, you know, when you're buying things that you feel doubtful that it's actually going to charity or it's going to the people that it's supposed to go to. It's horrible to be so suspicious. But in this world, there's so many scammers, isn't there, that you tend to think of everybody. And it's not right, really, because a lot of people are genuinely in need, yeah. No, she doesn't seem to be coughing as bad, does she? I did notice that. We'll have to hope. I have been coughing and coughing and coughing. And it's not COVID, I know it's not COVID. But it's just, I just start to cough and it just gets a tickle. No, she's not moved, Kelly. She's still hopeful about moving, but I don't think it'll be imminently. One day soon. Kelly's not on here yet, I don't think. I'm not seeing him anyway. Oh, I mean, there's probably people in every country that are really in bad situations. I mean, at least Kelly's house doesn't leak, you know, it's dry. She's got a roof over her head. I mean, there's so many people. But her landlord is just not the best, you know what I mean? But when you see so many people in this country who are living in places where there's mould growing up the walls and stuff, there are such terrible landlords and people who just take money and don't do any work whatsoever on the houses. Hello, Ray. If I was a landlord, my conscience wouldn't let me just take money off people and not do any repairs. I'd be the kind of landlord who made no profit whatsoever because I'd be constantly repairing things. Miguel apparently wasn't feeling well this morning on Jill's Live, so I don't know where he is at the moment, Michelle. He may rally round, sometimes he does, yeah. Sometimes he goes, I'm here. He may be sleeping, Michelle. He's not been feeling well, he may be sleeping. He did say to somebody that he didn't know whether he'd be on here tonight or not. We shall have to see. He's going in hospital on Monday, isn't he? So he's probably saving his strength for that. Yeah, well, maybe he's just resting, maybe. Maybe he's even sort of listening and not saying anything. You never know. You never know. Dear me. That's a good start. I could not sleep last night. You ever have that when you're laying there and you're going, go to sleep, go to sleep. You need to go to sleep. You're really tired. And then your brain starts thinking of something else, and then you start off on a tangent, don't you? I have no idea where the green clock is, Shad. You'd be glad to know. I don't even know if it's still here. Don't even know if I packed it. You'd be glad to know that, Shad. Oh, gosh. We'd have him really confused, Sandra. He's always confused anyway. He's confused when he's here and he's keeping up with the conversation. He's confused. Chris always says that it wouldn't be Miguel if he wasn't confused. All right, Carol, see you. Good night. I'll see you later. I keep thinking I'm going to make a blog, you know, an ordinary blog, but I don't know what to say. What can I say? Can't show you the house because we're in such a mess. Can't show you what men are not here. Would you like to look at the mud outside? I can't show you what I'm making because I'm not really making anything. Yeah, I'm going to, when I go to look for a new clock, I'm going to say, can I wind them up or can I put a battery in? Because I want the loudest ticking one. And if possible, can I have one that chimes as well? Every quarter of an hour. Maybe I haven't heard, she calls cinnamon stitches. She used to have cuckoo clocks and everything. I'm going to sneeze. She used to have cuckoo clocks and everything, didn't she, Cinnamon Stitches? But she's in a different room now. And she kept saying, if anybody says anything, you know, I don't care. They're my mum's clocks and they're in memory of my mum. I think her mum passed away. And they're her mum's clocks. And she said, I just love the way that they tick and everything. So it would drive Shad crackers. So Shad, I can recommend you look at some of the old videos of Cinnamon Stitches. Oh, thank you, my destiny. Oh, dear. Keep looking for that mouse. Making sure it's not showing an appearance. It comes up behind the telly and runs along the skirting board, or baseboard, whatever you call them in America. We call them skirting boards, yeah. And it runs that way. I thought it was going for the bin, so I moved the bin. There's no bin anymore, no waste paper basket. Oh, God, Teresa, I'd hate to live in mouldy. Yes, I've got a mouse, Michelle, a little teeny weeny mouse that only I ever see. So my son thinks I'm hallucinating. So I'm not. I've definitely got a mouse. He keeps saying it won't harm me. It's only a little mouse. Won't harm you. And I don't know if it's a Mickey or a Minnie. So I'm hoping it's a Mickey. Then it won't have babies. Yeah, like the Sorcerer's Apprentice, you mean? I used to love that film. That Sorcerer's Apprentice, where they were trying to do the brew, and it was getting worse and worse, wasn't it? The water was going everywhere. Hi, Kay. I've been trying to catch up with videos. I must be about a year behind with Denise at the moment, yeah. The only one I think I'm caught up with is Z, because she makes nice short videos. Anybody who makes them 2-hour videos, I think, no, ain't gonna go there. No time. Hi, Jean. No, when they make 2-hour videos, I mean, I'm making one in my life, but I can't watch them when they go on and on and on and on. People say, oh, you stop and start them and you know, watch part of it. I can't do that, watch part of it and then go back and watch the other part. I either watch it or I don't, yeah. Well, hello, Miguel. You're the late one. You're the one who's been dozing. Shad's telling me off about the clock again. Miguel, he says he can hear it ticking. Actually, I was late myself, Miguel, because I realised I was talking to myself for the first 5 minutes because I hadn't put it to public. It was private, and I'm twittering away there. I thought, it's very funny that nobody's coming on and nobody's saying hello. I thought that's ever so weird. And I realised I was on private. So I was 5 minutes late myself. La, la, la. You've been straight out busy for the past 3 days. I've been busy, but I can't tell you what I've been doing. I'm like that video, is it? I'm busy doing nothing. Yeah, I'm making this pair of arm warmers is for a friend, yeah. Oh, I can't sleep at the minute. And then I got woken up this morning with the blinking digger. You look like Arnold. I thought, what? When you've not gone to sleep till about 4:30, 9 o'clock, digger wake up call is not what you have in mind for a Saturday, is it? I must admit, I got up, went to the bathroom and got back in bed again. I thought, look, colours over the head. I didn't go back to sleep, but there was no way I was getting up. No way. I need to get my hair done. I said to my niece, I'm turning back brunette. Turning back to brunette. And she goes, oh no, don't do brunette. You know you don't like it when you do it brunette. I said, no, I'm not doing it brunette. It's just turning brunette. My roots are terrible. So I'll have to do it myself because there's nobody else to do it for me. Normally my niece does my hair, as you know. So I'll be there with my paintbrush trying to do my roots. Look at the darkness. Look at them. You can see it worse there. Look at the state of them. About an inch of roots. Why I haven't done them. I've had them done since before my birthday, which was in November. So it's quite a while now. We're, what, midway through February. Right, so let's get going with this. I've got a pink pair, a lemon pair, and I sent me some other colours. So I'll be busy making fingerless mix. And I sent for some baby colours, so I sent for pale green and lemon and some other colours. So I'll be busy. I might crochet a couple of baby cardigans actually, because knitting takes me so long and hurts my shoulders. But they do look nice when they're done, knitted baby things. But you can never do it to sell because they take me so long. And I'm not really a slow knitter. Oh, I wish I was pale grey. It's still dark and pale grey at the sides. Can you see? Look, lovely silver grey. I wish it was all that colour. If it was all that colour, I would grow it out. See, that's not dyed. And that bit there's not dyed, it's silver. Both sides are silver. My mother's hair was beautiful. It was the palest silver grey. And I just My grandmas on both sides had white hair. My brother, when he died 4 years ago. He'd be very late 70s when he passed away, and he had just started to get grey hair. Oh, my teeth look yellow. And I do clean them. That was a shock. Horrible teeth. I use teeth whitener as well. I can't afford to get them whitened. They cost a fortune, don't have them whitened in the surgery. You're lucky if you get this. What, Jill? No, I haven't seen Jill in yet, no. If you get 8 a.m. surgery, my God, you are lucky. They have us in the UK, you have you in at 6 o'clock in the morning. You're lucky if you have your operation by 2 in the afternoon. And it's all nil by mouth, so you're starving by the time you've had your operation. I don't like my teeth. Well, they do say the colour of your lipstick has a lot to do with your teeth looking a funny colour. Yeah, they do definitely look yellow or cream. And they are clean teeth, I can assure you. I do clean them. Oh, here we go. I've had this cough for about 12 months now. Oh, I wish my hair would go white. I would love silver grey or white. All I get is the side bits, like 2 little stripes that grow at the sides. That's all I get. That's the closest I ever get to grey. The rest of it, when it grows, is actually really dark brown. Can't get rid of the dark brown. Hi, Magali. My brother, as I said, before he passed away, he just started to get a few silvery grey bits. And yet his wife, who was a redhead, she went white in her 30s. But me, no, stubbornly. The rest of my family have all gone grey. My mum's sisters were all white and pale grey. And my dad's sisters were all silver grey. It's something to do with the drugs we take, I think, Joan, whether the teeth go yellow coloured or not. I was reading somewhere, yeah. Oh, that's lucky. You're getting a ride anyway. Saves you having to get a taxi, doesn't it? Whenever I've had to go in hospital, I've had to get a taxi. Otherwise, it means people taking time off work to take me. And I won't let my family do that. I take myself in, and usually I bring myself home. Unless it's after tea time, and then my niece used to always bring me home after she'd finished school. When I say school, I don't mean she's a schoolgirl, I mean she's a head teacher. Oh, she fell jogging in the clough the other day. She slipped on some ice. Hi, Rebecca. I believe she's got bruises. And bruises where the sun doesn't shine. She's got a big bruise there as well. Because she landed right one. She went past my house, my old house. Said, doesn't look like they've done anything. Just looks like they've moved in. I mean, my son's saying, oh, they'll move in, they'll do this, they'll do that. And she said, it looks as though they've even got my old curtains. Maybe maybe they're retro people. Maybe they're just a young couple who like retro. You know, she said they haven't done anything. They haven't moved the woodwork. They haven't moved anything. They just moved it. Who knows? Maybe they like that sort of thing. People do their houses up, don't they, in 50s and 60s style. I mean, talking young people. Not talking people like me. Oh, good night, Connie. You know, I'm always looking at YouTube videos about people in their 30s. Yeah, maybe they liked it. I mean, they were even talking about the carpet. And I mean, my carpet was really retro. It was good carpet. There wasn't a break in it. Beautiful carpet. It would have cleaned up absolutely gorgeous because it was really high quality carpet when I bought it. But it was, you know, old fashioned with a pattern on it. Really sort of 60s. But maybe they like that. But there wasn't a break on the carpet, not one break at all. It was download carpet. They'd have to pay a lot to get a quality like that. But I miss my sort of boho retro lounge. This lounge is bare. I haven't put my stamp on it yet. You know, I haven't got my. I mean, somebody said to me, where's your crochet blanket? But there's no point bringing my crochet blanket out at the moment because I don't want it to get damaged, you know, with all the work that's going on and stuff. Oh, I can't find my zapper. Oh, there it is. It's telling me. They've raised my computer up now, so I feel better because before it was down there on the deck. So I've got a bit of old shelving stuck up now. Really, Heath Robinson, you know, this is our house, but it's just in keeping with the house, really. Nothing is as it should be. My nightstand is 2 plastic see-through totes. Oh, I love retro, Miguel. I absolutely love retro. I do this lounge really, really boho. No, I haven't seen the mouse yet. It's still in hiding yet. I would be really boho in here if I was left on my own. But I have to share this space with other people, so, you know. I'll do some retro bits, don't worry. Yeah. My shed might be one of the first things that actually gets done if we can get the gardens dry enough. We've got a load of stone coming on Monday, like pebble stone, that we're going to put on top of all the mud to make a base for the garden. Because we can't do anything at the moment. We can't even make a patio. We can't do anything till we get rid of all the water. The water's just, it's just like somebody's dug a well. I've took some photographs. I'll take some more tomorrow. I'll show you what it looks like. You'll feel sorry for me when you see it. The lady who used to own the house, she came with some mail or something. And she's like, oh, what are you doing? Oh. I mean, she came when we were doing the central heating and she's like, oh, you're having new central heating? Oh. We would have liked to have done that. I thought, well, why didn't you? Could make a pond. We could have frogs in the back garden at the moment. Should I be turning this into a fishing pond? We had a pond. That's why we got rid of it, because that wasn't helping with the wetness, because every time it rained, it overflowed and went all into the grass, and the grass was all squelch, squelch, squelch. Because the pond was like level with the lawn, and there was nothing round it like an edging or anything. So every time it rained, the pond came up to the top and overflowed. I mean, luckily there was no fish in there, otherwise there'd have been fish swimming on the lawn. That's how wet it was. Oh, you'll have to get somebody to give you a lift, Miguel. Just do a bit of pleading and just say, I would be doing something, I can't do it. Maybe somebody at church will take a pity on you and just come and plant you a few seeds. It's not that hard. Oh, don't you start, Jane. I'm going to whop somebody who says they can hear ticking. Tick, tock, tick, tock, tick, tock, tick, tock. Is that happy for you? That good? She's not been on today either. She got company again, or is she not well? Hi, Brittany. The wind started up. That's probably one reason why I couldn't sleep last night. We've got rattly fence panels that need fixing. You hear it too? Oh my God, what's wrong with you all? What's wrong with you? I've got a clock that's miles away. It's absolutely miles and miles and miles away. Nowhere near me. You just all got crackers over me and this bloody clock. I am not getting rid of the clock just because you're all moaning. You'll have to get used to it. We were looking at some clocks when we were out shopping. We went looking for wallpaper, but we couldn't find the one. And some of the clocks they had in that shop, they were about this far around. They were bigger than a dustbin lid. It was huge. Sign you up, what, for the... No, I'm just picking a clock. If I like a clock, I'm picking it shut. I don't care if it ticks or not. I don't care if it cuckoos every hour. If I like the clock, I'm getting the clock. I haven't got a pattern for these I'm making. I'm just making them. I'm making these quite close together because I didn't want the wind whipping through them. I mean, some of the mittens I've seen that are fingerless, honest to God, they're like big granny squares. I mean, they wouldn't keep you warm at all, would they? Perhaps Shad's got a fear of clocks. Yeah. Perhaps he's frightened his life's ticking away. Is that what it is, Shad? Is that why you don't like the ticking? It doesn't bother me, honestly. I don't hear it. Oh, thank God nobody really has guns around here. I'd go mad if I lived in a place where nutcases had guns. I think they should have to have a sanity test before they give them a gun licence. Yeah, I'm not saying everybody that's got a gun's doolally, but there's a lot of doolally people over there that's got guns. Yeah. They're not fit to have a gun. They're not. They're loco. Over here, you have to be a member of a gun club, and you have to leave your gun at the gun club, and they have to be locked away. The only people who have loose guns are farmers who are allowed to shoot vermin, or police, or whatever. The other people who have guns are all illegal, illicit guns. They don't have licenses for them. People do not have licensed guns under the pillow over here. That would scare me to death. people had a gun. I have a right to bear arms. Oh, whoopee. I'm not going there. I am just glad that the UK is not a gun-toting country. Our police officers do not carry guns unless it's in response to an armed response. But the copper on the street does not have a gun. Thank God. Oh, that would drive me mad, Miguel. I would be saying, take your gun away, leave it at the cloakroom. Do not walk in the place with your gun in your holster. You do not need a gun while you're sitting having your dinner. Yeah, but violence begets violence, Chris. We have enough doolally people over here without giving them a gun. I can think of lots of people over here I wouldn't want anywhere near a gun. It's just a gun culture that I don't subscribe to, that's all. It's just that I'm not used to it and it's not been a part of my life. People do not have guns over here. And I'm really, really thankful that I don't live next door to some loony who's got a gun. Who takes it into McDonald's for his dinner. Exactly, Teresa. If nobody had a gun, you wouldn't need one. Unless you're living in a war zone, you don't need a gun for protection. I haven't seen Denise. Did I buy some wool? Yes, I have ordered some wool. I've been very naughty. I haven't told the family yet. I haven't told the family. No, the only kind of yarn I can find is like this, which is very, very pretty. But I'm not using it to make a hat with because I've got 4 balls and it would make something bigger. I don't know whether you're like that. If you've got something that's a large amount, you know, you don't want to break into it for 1 ball. I don't anyway, because that 3 balls then won't make anything. Well, don't open your door, Sandra. Just don't. If anybody banged on my door after midnight, I wouldn't open it. End of story. Oh, yes, beautiful colours, but I'm not using it to make fingerless mittens for somebody else. Besides which, it's very fine. It wouldn't be warm. No, it's something we will never agree on. Thank goodness I will never need one, and I won't buy one. I had tuna actually for my lunch on the sandwich. Tuna. I think it was tuna and mayonnaise. It was only a little pot of paste. It wasn't anything flashy. Yeah, it's Boho Spirit, it's called. It's not particularly cheap. It's $3.25 for, I think it's 100 gram. But you can see how fine it is. It wouldn't make very good fingerless mittens. It's too fine. Anyway, I'm not using one of these balls when I've got 4. Oh, just get a big dog, Sandra. Dogs are a better deterrent. Get a Rottweiler or something. Miguel Tuna's here. He's having a tuna sandwich, Tina. Right, I've done 2 main pieces. I'm not sewing them up while I'm on the air. I'll start another colour. I'm making 2 pair for one friend. This is one of her 2 pair. Yeah, we'll agree to disagree, Sandra. I don't live in the States, so I don't feel the need to have a gun. Right, I've made 2 pieces. Oh, we have enough nutters with a knife, Miguel. Can you imagine the same nutters who have knives having a gun? Huh? Can you really imagine? Yeah, that's what our nutters have got. Our nutters have got knives. Every country has got its nutters. Don't care what you say. Wherever you live, every country's got nutters. Am I still making cardigans? Not at the present moment because I haven't got a large amount of large amounts of yarn at the moment. Oh right, it's my destiny, not my destiny. Oh God, yeah, nutters have got knives. As I say, there's nutters in every country. I don't care where you live. There's always nutters. It's a sad fact of life. I don't know whether it's inbreeding or what it is, but there's always nutters. Fanatics, whatever you want to call them. I'm looking for another ball. I'll do the pink next. There's trams not far from where I live, and there's buses not far from where I live, but too far for me to walk to. I'm considering getting a tiny scooter. I know I've got my big scooter, but my big scooter's too big to go on a tram. So I need to get myself one of those little fold-up ones. Oh, I've got yarn bath again. Yarn bath again. Why does it never come out? Hi, Patricia. Why does yarn never come out neatly? Why does it always have to come out like a big blurb? Right, that's one end of it. So all this other yarn bath must belong to the other end. Yeah, I'm doing a pair of pink ones now. These are not for, these are for a different friend. The one who these are for. She wouldn't thank me for pink. She's not pink. She's not a pink girl, if you know what I mean. She goes mudlarking. In other words, I think you call it, I don't know what you call it. We call it like one of those things that beep when you hear metal. You call it a different name than we call it. We call it like metal detecting. You call it something different. Yeah, you call it something different, don't you? You don't call it. You call it dirt diving or something. But she doesn't do it with a metal detector. She goes along mud and sides of rivers with a little tiny trowel, and she digs up all sorts of things. So she gets herself into. Oh, I hope she's not going to wear me fingerless gloves while she's grubbing at the side of a riverbank. Hope she's going to put them on. What hook size do I use with double knit? Oh, if it was a blanket, I'd be using probably a 5mm or a 550. I mean, I'm using a 4mm. It's a G, I think I'm using, but then I want these to be firm. I don't want the wind to be blowing through the mittens because they're supposed to keep people's hands warm. There's no point if you're making them too holy. I've seen people making them and they're so holy, they're fingerless mittens. All they can be is a fashion statement. They can't keep anybody warm, whereas mine are not posh. They just keep hands warm. Yeah, I mean, I've seen some made out of granny squares and things like that. How can they be warm? They cannot be warm. Yeah, I would never want to leave mine. Whenever I've been in hospital and I had a dog, I left him with my son. And vice versa, when they went on holiday, they left me with their dogs, yeah. We don't, unless we had to, we wouldn't put a dog in kennels. I'm sure there's some lovely kennels, but yeah, I sent for some yarn. I want to make that hat that Z's made. It's not Z's pattern. She just made it from, I've put a link on my Urban Gypsy page to the actual YouTube. Can't think what the lady's called who's made this pattern, but it looks like knitting. And she said it's really, really chunky, really warm, and you can do it with any thickness of yarn, yeah. Yeah, I think crocheting can either be lacy or can be closed. Oh, thank you. I had such bags under my eyes, Trish. Honestly. Since I moved here, I don't know if it's the sea air or what it is, but my skin's been ultra dry. I'm plastering moisturize on it. All right, Jones, we'll see you next week, maybe. Yeah, moisturize, absolutely. Plastering myself with it. I think it's the salt in the sea air that's been giving me sore lips and that. Yeah, my hair's gone a bit weird as well. Changing the water. Yeah, it could be. We're quite close to the Lake District here, so we get some lovely soft water that comes from the Lake District. And somebody that we know said, "Oh, you mean you don't get the water from the sea?" No, that's salt water, you dumbo. My breathing is about the same, but my catarrh seems to be improving. I've not been as, and my asthma's been improved since I've moved to the sea. My cough isn't. My cough's gone worse, and it isn't a COVID cough. It's just a cough. No, the water here is lovely and soft. It comes from the Lake District, so we're closer to the Lake District than I was before. Oh, I'd hate to live in a hard water area. It spoils all your porcelain, doesn't it? You know, your toilets and your sink. I haven't got a flask. No, I've actually got a Fanta orange. I had a coffee, but it's gone. And I was supposed to get a chocolate bar, but I didn't, did I? Oh, yes, I did. Yeah, hard water does. When I was younger and I used to go down to places like London and that, and I used to think, oh, there's such dirty beggars here. The baths always got brown stains running down them, and the toilets always look disgusting. Do they not clean anything? Because I was used to like white baths and white toilets and that. And it was only when I got older that I realised it was actually the the hard water that ruined all the toilets and ruined all. It wasn't people being dirty. It was the line scale that was ruining crisps, chips, whatever you want to call them. But when I was younger, hi Dinas, I just thought they were dirty, the people. You know, in these like, when I say hotels, we didn't stay at hotels, we stayed at like bed and breakfast places, yeah. Yeah, you missed it. Aren't you glad you missed it, Trish? How am I doing today? I'm not doing bad today. I'm not doing bad at all. I've got a backache, but that's so normal, I don't even mention it anymore. It would be a really stupendous day if I didn't have backache. I haven't bought any magazines since I've been here. Been good. Do you know when you order knives here from that Amazon Trish? I had to sign and produce ID before the driver would leave them at the door. One way, isn't it? Trying to be safe. Who knows handle suits him absolutely admirably. We couldn't have chosen a better one for Miguel if we'd have tried. It would either have to have been I'm confused or who knows. Well, they don't let you take knitting needles on planes, do they? I did take my knitting on holiday with me, but I put my needles in my case, not in my carry-on. You've got chips. I've got crisps, crisps. Otherwise known as chips in America. My daughter-in-law loves Irish cream. Oh, well, there you go, Miguel. You have to start making videos soon. Can't keep having all these subscribers and not doing anything. I only knit with straight needles, Trish, so that could possibly be considered to be a lethal weapon. If you knit on a circular, you might get away with that. I haven't flown for a long time, but I did take my crochet. But to be on the safe side, I took a plastic hook. I didn't take a metal one. Didn't want them confiscating one of my decent hooks. It's not filling on its own, Miguel. You have to have it on a sandwich or something. Well, pita pocket's not exactly really filling, is it? Should have put it in bread. I only like pita pockets if I've got piles of salad inside them. Yeah, I like pita bread if you cut it. Is it pita bread? Yeah. Put them in the microwave while they puff up. And then cut them across. And then fill them, I butter them either side. Fill them with something, loads and loads of salad in them. What's a job service, Jane? What is job services? Am I missing something here? And who is Serenity? Oh, I just bit my tongue. Oh, it's unemployment. Does anybody else do that with the crisp packets when they're empty? It's something my ex-husband used to do when I've got it from him. Same place. Oh, yeah, no, I wouldn't. No, we wouldn't have let you take your crochet. I tie them in a little bow, a crisp packet. like that. My ex-husband used to do that, and that's where I got that from. I don't like walnuts. Blah, blah, blah. Don't like walnuts. Don't like any kind of. Don't start about ticking clocks, Trish. We've still got Shad saying. I think they would have frowned on it when I worked at it. Why they don't make you sit all day to see anybody at my job centre. Patricia, I think you mean clock, dear. I don't think you've got one of those, Patricia. Unless you know something that we don't know. I don't save them. I put them in the. No, I put them in the bin, but they take up less room when you put them in the bin. I don't need one of them either, Patricia. I grew out of those years ago. What you recycle? They don't recycle the crisp packets over here. Chip packets, I should say. No spitting. It was Patricia. She had a typo. Didn't you, Patricia? Well, you can't recycle crisp packets in this country. They just go in landfill. Miguel probably lost the plot a few sentences back. I'm having a break. I'm having a Kit Kat. I'm not that clever, Chris. My friend makes roses out of different kinds of paper. You know when you get wrapping paper or coloured paper that comes, in your shoes or whatever. She smooths them all out and makes them into paper flowers. Miguel doesn't need his anaesthetic on Monday. He's confused already. Not a lover of dill, Patricia. I like the way you said you're not confused yet, Miguel. Yeah, give it time. You'll be confused before the end of the night. These Kit Kat used to have absolutely loads of chocolate on them. Now they're all wafer and hardly any chocolate. Why is it whenever you eat chocolate, you get chocolate moustache either side? I do anyway. What's mound? No idea what a mound is. You have different coloured, different chocolates than we do. Don't know what a mound bar is. Don't like coconut. They were trying to get me to get a curry tonight. Mm-mm. No way. That's Bounty Bar over here. They're called a Bounty. Don't like them. Yeah, they're called Bounty over here. I don't like them. I don't like coconut. Don't like nuts. I don't like nuts of any shape, description, taste, anything. I'm not allergic to nuts or anything. I just don't like the taste of them. I can always tell if there's nuts in things. I'm like, there's nuts in here. They can grind them up. They can make them in a paste. They can do what they want with them, but I can taste nuts. I don't like marzipan. I don't like anything like that. Oh, I've gone shivery now. I was hot before, now I've gone shivery. I'm going to have to put my cardigan back on. One of my 4 cardigans. I wouldn't have had this one, but I finished it off. It was in my projects. Oh, I don't know what I can taste in nuts, but I just don't like them. You know, even if they sneak them in things. Nope, I can tell. Shh, Miguel, we don't want any of them. All right, Rebecca, we'll see you next week. So I'm just looking if the mouse is there, but he's not. I used to hate going to my post office when I lived in Prestwich. But this post office, it's 10 times worse. It's miles up the road. Oh dear. I can't say as I know a real yarn addict. I mean, the post office is okay here when you get there. It's just such a long way away. And it's not in the best part of town. I might take them up to Cleveland's next time. See if I can find the post office there. All right, Patricia, we'll catch you next week. Bye bye for now. Our post office isn't that bad actually for delivering stuff. Certain things go missing, but by and large, our post office in the UK is quite good. I've only really had one thing go missing, and I don't think it did. I think the lady was pulling a fast one. You know, there's a certain percentage of people who say they haven't got things. That's why I always send things recorded delivery. I mean, I said to that lady, well, who signed for it then? Well, I didn't, she goes. So I thought, well, somebody bloody did. So I said to her, right, well, I'll make you another one then. Oh, no, I want the money back. I thought, yeah, because you've already got the one I made you. That's why you don't want me to make you another one. You've already got one. Some people try and the trouble is it makes everybody else look like liars when they're not. No, I can honestly say our mail here is not too bad. I mean, obviously, yeah, things do go missing. But I think, I don't think anything more goes missing than what goes missing. But from what I've been gathering, people in America, they're losing stuff left, right, and centre. I'm not too bad with Leicester, but I've been catching up more with the Chihuahua man. Mind you, when you think about it, mail in the US. Hi, Valerie. Mail in the US. I mean, it's mail in the UK is like sending something across town to you. It's we're a much smaller country, so it stands to reason that we don't have the same, problems with the mail that you do over there. Well, this pair's coming out a bit smaller than the others. I think my friend has got small hands though. I've watched a couple of Leicester's. Oh, Twiggy, yeah. I like that era. My favourite model was Jean Shrimpton. Because she had a fringe and long hair like I did. So I wanted to look and dress like Jean Shrimpton. My hair was skinny in those. Well, not skinny like they are because they're models, aren't they? But I was, a lot thinner back then. I used to want to be like Jean Shrimpton. I remember she used to wear such gorgeous big hats. And I went to a hat shop once and I wanted a big hat like Jean Shrimpton wore. And the lady that was in the shop said, "Oh no, my dear," she said, "you're far too short." She said, "You look like a mushroom with a big hat on." There's me thinking I would be looking like Jean Shrimpton. What am I making now? I'm making, the fingerless gloves they'll be when they get stitched up. They get stitched up and then I put little thumb in. Yeah, I like that era for clothes. The sort of 60s era. I mean, some of the fashions, if you watch the fashion shows today from the London School of Fashion or whatever it is, they're ridiculous. Nobody would ever wear them. I know they're prototypes and they'll never make it off the catwalk, but how come I don't, Jane, I don't have the face for it. No, I've not even been offered it yet, Val. I've moved house, you see, so all my medical documents are still somewhere else. They haven't arrived yet. Yeah, I used to like the 60s fashion. 60s, 70s, 80s fashion. Yeah, Jean Shrimpton, I absolutely thought she was the bee's knees with her for a model, yeah. Oh, hospital food over here is you just don't bother. You just take sandwiches in. Oh, paper dresses, oh God. I remember paper knickers. They were supposed to be the thing. You're supposed to take them on your holiday so you could throw them away. Mm. They didn't last 2 seconds, did they? If they got the slightest bit damp, they just disintegrated. Hi, Karen. I'm doing fine, thank you. Still crocheting away here. My back's hurting like crazy. Yes, that's Miguel was saying that you've been hacked, Karen. I think we've all been hacked at some time in our lives. I don't know quite why people hack anybody. Oh yeah, my auntie used to always have soap leaves in her handbag. I used to love them, the way they felt. Yeah, I used to tear them out and wet them. They were sort of like the forerunner of wet wax, weren't they, really? Poppy coming downstairs. She'll be coming down for a nighttime wee before she goes to sleep. Yeah, the upstairs bathroom's getting done next week, I think. Yeah, Poppy will be coming down for her latest week. Oh, here she comes. Well, hello. Hello, you. What do you want? There's no show without Poppy. What do you want, darling? What do you want, sweetheart? Where are you? Can you see her? Where's she gone? Oh, she's there. Can you see her? Poppy. Poppy. She can hear her daddy upstairs. Or her mummy, whichever one. Have you been out for a wee-wee? Hey? Have you been out for your wee yet? She ran after a cat this morning. Next door's cat. She chased it across the road. Well, it does tend to torment her because it sits on the fence and stares at us all. It's a bit of a cheeky cat. It's not used to having a dog living next door to it. Yeah, she opens the door. She just pushes it and opens the door. She'll go back upstairs in a minute when they come down to let her out. There they come. Door closed again. That wasn't Poppy. That is the sensor by the front door that signals anybody's near the garage or near the door. So you'll hear it again when she comes back in again. It was going crazy the other morning because next door was de-icing the car. So I kept hearing was do-do-do, do-do-do, do-do-do. Oh no, Poppy doesn't close the door. I wish she did. No, Poppy would torment the living daylights out of a cat here. Oh, those perfume machines in the loos, they would. I remember though once going in a very, very posh nightclub, really posh nightclub in London, and it might have been Stringfellas. And then the ladies, there was all these, I mean, there was an attendant there, you can't just waltz off with the bottles. They had a row of different, really expensive perfumes that you could have a squirt of. But there was an attendant sat there, and she had the saucer, and he was supposed to put some coins in the saucer. I've got a calming demeanour. It's taken a while to get a calming demeanour, tell you. Oh, Evening in Paris. Yeah, I used to have that when I was young, really, really young. Yeah, I can't understand hackers. I can't understand why they I mean, in some ways, I can understand people who hack into things where people have got things that might be politically whatever. I can understand why people want to nosy at that. But why do they want to hack a crocheters? You know, what do we have that, you know? Why did they just do it? We've got nothing that's not transparent, you know? Oh, God. That's only shaddy, does it, to wind me up, I think, about my ticking clock. I'm going to get a ticking clock. I really am going to get a really loud ticking clock when I get a new clock. I want it winding up in the shop. And I want to say, how loudly can you get it to tick? I want one that really loud ticks. Because I've got a friend in America who loves ticking clocks. And I might even get a ticking clock with a pom-pom. How about that? Pom-poms on it. Oh, I used to have a wind-up. A wind-up alarm clock. You know, the kind that they have on these cartoons with two bells on the top? Oh, boy, did that tick. Tell you. But I grew up with grandfather clock, you see, that used to tick really loudly all around the house. I mean, in the good old days, everybody's clock ticked, yeah? There was no digital clocks. There was no, there was no quiet clocks, yeah? There was only, wind-up clocks. That's all there was. Yeah, cuckoo clock. Ooh, 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 ooh. I think that would drive me mad. I lived with a clock that chimed the hour and the quarter of an hour, half hour, quarter to. And after a while, you don't even hear it. You don't even hear it chime. And it really used to do the bong, bong. Who invented pom-poms? I think it was somebody that knew you, Miguel. They put ticking clocks next to little puppies when they've left their mummies. They wrap an alarm clock or a ticking clock in a blanket, put a little hot water bottle, and you put it in the puppy's bed when it's a new puppy and it's only just left its mummy. Because that is what they hear. They hear the ticking and they think it's their mum's heartbeat. It's the same with babies. Oh God, I remember that, yeah. The eyes that moved. They do that with babies. They put both babies next to things that tick and make a noise, don't they? Because the baby thinks it's your mum's heartbeat. I don't remember Poppy coming back in. Perhaps she's gone round the block for her night-time walk. They sometimes take her just round the block, like the loop, you know. I read somebody on Facebook and they said when you do the late night empty the dog walk. I thought, well, it's true, isn't it? You do empty your dog on the walk, don't you? Empty it ready for today. Yeah, they used to have luminous green eyes, didn't they? I used to have a clock that had luminous fingers. You used to see the clock fingers go around. It was very handy, when you woke up in the middle of the night, you knew what time it was. I remember when watches used to have those. Luminous fingers on your watch. Watches used to tick. My watch used to be a wind-up one that used to tick. How did you all exist when there was only ticking clocks? Did you never wear a watch or whatever? There's Poppy coming back in now. Yeah, she must have gone round the block. She'll now go to bed with them now. No, I don't think kids know how to tell a time. Because you look at a digital watch and it says 13:24. And I'm like, what time's that? I like a one with fingers that go round. A dial. I don't want one of those digital things. No, my watch, it doesn't tick, I don't think, my watch, but it has got a face on it with fingers. It needs a new battery at the moment, though, so it's stopped. But since I retired and I didn't work, I don't tend to wear a watch anymore. I put a watch on sometimes if I'm going to the hospital or anything, and I have to be on time for something, for an appointment. But by and large, really, since I retired, I don't need a watch. You know, I'm always in a room with a clock or some description. Now this is digital, this clock on the PC. I'm not so bad with some of the times, but I get confused with like 1640 and 1840. And, you know, that's what gets me. I never know what time it is, Trish. Doesn't particularly worry me. If I'm hungry, I eat. When I get up, I get up. I like a calendar. I like a calendar on the wall so that I can mark important dates on so that I know when they are. You know, you can look up and you see at a glance that somebody's birthday's coming up. Whereas you don't always look in your diary, do you? And on the computer, it tells you when it's the day. Such somebody's birthday, you think, oh shit, why didn't you tell me last week that I could got a present? You know, I prefer to know. I prefer a calendar or a planner, as some people call them. I have a diary, but I don't write things in it. I forget. I should write things in because adverts come on the TV and it'll be a new TV series starting on the 22nd or something, and I'm thinking, oh, I'd like to watch that. And of course, I forget. Yeah, it's a diary or a planner, they call them, Shad. Not Shad, Miguel. But I forget to write things in, and I've got one here. I've got a diary. That's what it is. It's purple. It looks blue, doesn't it? But it's not. It's purple. I wrote some things in it. 13th was the last time I wrote in it. Yeah. Back garden people came today. The garden is now a huge sea of mud. That's what I wrote on the 13th. Kelly has two planners. She has a planner for what she's doing with her crochet, and she has a planner for what she's doing with schoolwork. I don't go anywhere and do anything, so why would I want a planner? Oh, that is never going in my diary, I tell you. Bloody rosy wraps. I might make them, but only to sell. When I get, if me and my friend ever get a stall, when this COVID stuff is all finished. I think I told you she makes paper flowers, yeah. No, the only time I would have kept a diary was when I was married, but then he would have read it and it was my private thoughts and I didn't want him to read it because that's what he was like. He would have wanted to know exactly what I was writing and, he would have read it and it would have caused more problems. So, no. Oh, good God, no. I wouldn't be modelling one. I've got a head for that, a glass head to model one. I wouldn't be putting one on my head. They don't stay on me anyway. They just flirt backwards. I can't keep them on. Can't keep a headband on. They won't stay on the head. They just flirt back. I must have shiny hair or slidey hair. I see people wearing headbands all day long, but mine. I tried to put one on the other day because I bought some nice ones, but no, wouldn't stay on. It just kept going, floop, sliding backwards. Yeah, just slide off the back. I'd have to put hair grips in them to keep them on. Hello, Denise. Hair clips don't stay in my hair either. I put one in the morning and by dinner time it's halfway down the back of my head. I think it's windy again. All right, Jane. Poppy's just been potty. She's just been round the block for her potty. My coffee usually goes cold, so I start off drinking it hot and then it finishes up being cold. Whatever. I usually don't drink Fanta, but that's not bad actually. It's probably got good zoodles of sugar in it. Can't read it because I've not got my glasses on. "48 calories, 12 grams of sugar." Oh boy, that is a lot of sugar. That's not doing my diabetes any good, is it? 12 grams of sugar. Oh, that's hysterical. I don't like the wind here. Our windows are loose. We've still got aluminium windows here, and they're loose and they let the wind in. And our Ian opened one of the windows upstairs to answer something that the workmen wanted him for. And then when he come to shut it, it wasn't shut properly. So he's got it quite cold up there. So we will be so glad when the winter men come. And so glad when they sort the front door out, because the front door's loose as well. And it blows a gale under the front door. Which is nice when you live right by the sea and the wind comes howling down the street. Just what you want, isn't it? Windows that don't shut properly. Oh dear. I don't know how these people lived in this house before us. Did they not notice? And the wind howling down the chimney. We could rent it out for the Hammer House of Horrors. It goes, ooh, when it's windy. And the other week it was actually raining down the chimney. So I'll be glad when we get that sorted out as well. They lived in this house for about 40 years. And I don't know how they did it. Oh, last night the rain was throwing itself against my patio doors. Take your hat off. Oh God, yeah. I never understand why women who've got headfuls of hair wear a wig all the time. I would wear a wig all the time if I hadn't got any hair, or if I was going through chemo, unfortunately, and lost my hair. But why do people wear wigs when they've got loads of their own hair? Is it because they're too lazy to do their hair in the morning, that they just want to get up and plonk a wig on? Oh, I think they just lived here and never did a thing. Yeah, I think they got accustomed to all the wind blowing through and the cold and the... When she came and she saw the garden, she's like, oh. And then she saw the back garden and she's like, oh, there were some lovely flowers at the top end. And where's the greenhouse? Gone. We don't want your tatty greenhouse, thank you. The greenhouse is gone. No, I like watching fire. You know the fire? That's why I'm longing for a log burner. It's not for the heat. It's just, just to see the flames. I love to see the flames. How they grew anything in that back garden, I don't know, because it's like a paddling pool. Took the top layer off it, the sort of imagining it would be soil underneath. And it's wet blue clay. You could pick up the ground and you could squeeze it like that, and the water would come out of it. It's clay. So how the hell they grew anything, I do not know. It'll be nice when it's done. I will be getting the shed. I used to wear a fake top knot, when it was old fashioned to have all those big curls. But that's only because I had very, very thin hair and it wouldn't do, you know, this big fake sort of like Dolly Parton or a load of curls. My hair wouldn't do that because my hair was too thin. So I used to have to wear a hairpiece. But I couldn't wear a wig. I had wigs, I bought them for the mannequin, but when the mannequin went, I gave the wigs down. The girl down the street, she does those, what do you call it? Comic-Con, whatever they call it. They get dressed up as comic figures. So I gave her all my wigs. I like watching the flames on a fire. I can sit and watch the flames. You know, even though the gas fire here didn't throw any heat out, it's got like fake coal. Yeah, it's a gas fire with fake coal. I used to like that because it's so cold in here. Oh God, it was cold. Yeah, I could do with getting some fake hair. My hair's so thin these days. That's what happens when you get old and your estrogen dries up. You turn into a shriveled up old prune. It's like me with my eyes have gone all creepy and awful. I had to put loads of makeup on today because, honestly, I had more crinkles and creakles and bags under my eyes than I knew what to do with. I had to put like concealer under my eyes and makeup on just to try and stop them. They were dark all around here. Well, it didn't help because I didn't sleep last night. So that didn't help, did it? Yeah, Sue's hair's gone thin as well. I'm not the only one with thin hair. I think it's like an estrogen, or it could be a lot of the drugs we take. When I say drugs, I don't mean anything illegal, don't get me wrong. Medicines, let's say. I've never had really thick hair, but I've never had this weedy hair. Yeah, mine's going like that. Big dark rings. Hate it. I mean, I can't help having crinkly skin because that's just age, isn't it? You pat all this stuff on, you know, to make you, to make your eyes look less puffy. It doesn't work. I bought loads of things known to man that you pat on to make them shrink and all that. You see these adverts, it says, oh, look at this. She's only done one eye. Yeah, she's probably had a facelift on one eye. There's no way that cream does that. Oh. When I watch these YouTube videos and they put concealer on, it always works so well. You need to put lots of moisturiser on it, Chris. I know you're a guy, but guys moisturise these days. You don't have to pay expensive moisturiser, just put moisturiser on. When I was younger, I used to buy all this pots of this and pots of that cost a fortune. You have to do it quite often to soften it. Now I just buy, the cheapest kind of moisturiser and just put loads on. 2-3 times a day I put moisturiser on. But I mean, who buys that Jane Fonda stuff, the pink stuff and all that? She's had that many facelifts. She doesn't, it's nothing to do with what she's wearing on her face. You can buy a bucket full of that pink stuff, it won't make you look like that. Unless you can afford eye surgery, you're stuck with wrinkles, aren't you? Maybe I should start wearing glasses again. God, the other day I'm like, I need to get... Do I have a favourite concealer? No, because I don't find any of them are any good. I tried that Touchy Claire. Cost me a fortune. It didn't look any good. What was I going to say then? Forgot what I was going to say. Ooh. Oh, God, I'm so tired. I just didn't get any... Well, I must have got some sleep last night, but it didn't feel like I got much sleep. It's Sunday tomorrow. The digger man won't be coming tomorrow. He won't be starting up his digger at... Well, it felt like 8 o'clock this morning. Actually, apparently it was 9 o'clock when he came. But that was still too early. I don't think he's coming till Monday now. Oh, my kiddie, I'm not stopping on long tonight, I tell you. I'm not going to need any rocking. I shall be gone to sleep. My eyes going more and more tired. Oh dear. Did anybody find out if Jill's poorly or not? Being as she's not been on. Oh. Oh. Okay. So what I mean about the eyes. Oh God, they're terrible. Yeah, I used to do my own hair. It was handy because it looked like it's already been done. You used to just comb your hair, didn't you, and plonk it off. A bit like Barbara Windsor. Look at the eyes. It's the eyes that have it. Look at them baggy eyes. Oh my God, they're terrible. Baggy, baggy eyes. My scars are showing up on my face. There. 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 The older I get, the more the scars on my face are showing. Why does it go light sometimes and then dark? Don't know. Yeah, when I was 17, I got hit in the face. My mouth was split all the way up there, right to my nose. Down the other side. It's like I had a cleft palate. Then it was cut down there somewhere. You can see the marks somewhere. Yeah, there. It was cut down there. Somewhere else it was cut as well. I wouldn't have any plumping done though. I don't want to put any Botox in my face. No matter. Even though they are getting on my nerves, these little marks everywhere. Am I tired? I am absolutely tired. Yeah, I'm going to bed in a bit. I know I'm cutting it short, but I'm so tired. I'll be falling asleep on you all. I just want to curl up and go to sleep. I'm hoping I do sleep because I didn't sleep last night. But tonight I just feel as though When my head hits the pillow, I feel like I will go to sleep. I'll be gone. So I know I'm cutting it short. I've only been on for 2.5 hours. So look at the eyes. Yeah, I need to go to bed. I really do. So I'll bid you all farewell and I shall speak to you all next week. Yeah, only 2.5 hours, but it's a lot to me. When you're tired, it's a lot, Michelle. Yeah, so I shall see you all next week. Hopefully I'll be longer next week. Yeah, I'll take my meds, yeah. Yeah, I don't think we've got any bait, no, until we go shopping. So no bait and butter, yeah. Yeah. So good night, everybody. Good night. I'll dismiss you all. Class dismissed. No, class dismissed. Bye, everybody. Bye now.